Have you ever wondered, what is reality? A simple question, yet it opens the door to a labyrinth of thought-provoking inquiries. What is real? Is the world as we perceive it the ultimate reality, or could it be a mere illusion, a construct of our collective consciousness? Our senses tell us about the world around us, but are they reliable narrators? They provide us with a version of reality, yet science tells us that there's so much more beyond our perception. Invisible light waves, inaudible frequencies, the mysterious dark matter, all part of our reality, yet beyond our sensory grasp. And then there's the question of consciousness. Is it a product of our brain, or does it exist independently? If the latter, could it be that our reality is shaped or even created by our conscious thoughts? To answer these questions, we first need to understand the different philosophical perspectives on reality, starting off with the materialistic perspective. Let's dive into the realm of materialism, a philosophy that has been around since the time of ancient Greece. Materialism posits that everything in the universe, including our thoughts, feelings, and consciousness, can be reduced to matter and the physical laws that govern it. Essentially, it's the belief that reality exists, whether or not we're here to perceive it. The materialistic perspective contends that matter is the fundamental substance in nature, and all things, including mental aspects and consciousness, are results of material interactions. In other words, your thoughts, your dreams, your memories, are all products of very complex interactions between physical substances within your brain. This perspective takes a staunch stand against the idea that anything non-physical could exist. It's a perspective deeply rooted in tangible, observable, and measurable phenomena. It's all about the things you can touch, see, taste, hear, and smell. If it can't be observed or measured, according to materialism, it's not part of reality. The materialistic view is closely tied to empirical science. It's the driving philosophy behind the scientific method, which relies on observation and experimentation to understand the universe. The materialistic perspective provides a framework that allows scientists to isolate variables, make predictions, and test hypotheses. It's the backbone of our scientific understanding of the universe. However, like all philosophical perspectives, materialism isn't without its critics. Some argue that it can't account for phenomena like consciousness or subjective experience. Others point out that it doesn't leave room for concepts like free will or morality. Despite these criticisms, materialism remains a powerful perspective that shapes our understanding of reality. It's the lens through which we view the physical universe, helping us make sense of the world around us. It's the foundation upon which we build our scientific theories, our technologies, and our understanding of life itself. So, according to materialism, what we can observe and measure is the ultimate reality. Now let's turn the tables and look at the idealistic perspective. The idealistic perspective offers a fascinating lens through which to view reality. It's a philosophy that centers around the mind, arguing that ideas, not matter, are the true foundations of reality. In other words, it's all in your head, not in the dismissive sense, but in a profound reality-bending way. Imagine for a moment that everything you see, touch, hear, taste, and smell are just interpretations of the world by your mind. The apple you're eating isn't really an apple, it's just your mind's understanding of what an apple is, based on your past experiences and preconceived notions. According to this perspective, the physical world as we know it is just a construct of our consciousness. It's a shared illusion, in a sense, created by the collective minds of humanity. Your desk, your favorite book, even the sky above, these are all constructs of your mind. They exist because you perceive them to exist. Now this doesn't mean that idealists think the world is imaginary, far from it. They believe the world around us is very real. It's just that its existence depends on our perception. An unobserved tree in the world of idealism may not make a sound when it falls. This perspective also sheds light on the nature of knowledge. If reality is a construct of the mind, then so is our understanding of it. Our ideas, beliefs, and perceptions shape our reality, coloring it with our personal biases and experiences. So, if you've ever had a dream so vivid you thought it was real, or experienced a déjà vu so intense you could swear you've lived that moment before, you've had a taste of the idealistic perspective. It's a philosophy that challenges our understanding of the world and forces us to question the nature of reality itself. In the world of idealism, reality is a product of our minds. What if both mind and matter are equally real? Welcome to the dualistic perspective. In this exploration of reality, we've journeyed through the materialistic view where matter reigns supreme, and the idealistic perspective where mind is king. Now we venture into the realm of dualism, a perspective that doesn't favor one over the other, but instead believes in the coexistence of both mind and matter. To understand dualism, imagine reality as a stage where two actors, mind and matter, play their parts. They are separate entities, yet they interact and influence each other, creating the grand spectacle we know as existence. In the dualistic view, the physical world we perceive with our senses, the one of buildings, trees, and cars, is as real as the mental world that houses our thoughts, emotions, and dreams. This means that the chair you're sitting on is as real as the idea you have of that chair. But how do these two realms interact? This has been a point of contention among philosophers for centuries, leading to several theories. Some propose that the physical world affects the mind, others argue the mind influences the physical world, and yet some say it's a two-way street. Consider the feeling of pain. You accidentally touch a hot stove and your hand retracts almost instantly. The physical world has interacted with your mind, causing a sensation of pain. But what about a placebo effect, where believing you've taken a painkiller relieves pain even if the pill was a sugar pill? Here the mind has influenced the physical world, altering your body's response to pain. Dualism recognizes the complexity of our reality. It acknowledges that our world isn't solely a physical or mental construct, but a fusion of both. It suggests that to comprehend our reality fully, we must appreciate the intricate dance between mind and matter. Dualism suggests a reality where both mind and matter coexist and interact. Ever thought about the meaning of existence? Let's explore the existential perspective. In the realm of philosophy, existentialism occupies a unique position, focusing on the individual, their emotions, actions, responsibilities, and thoughts. It's a perspective that puts the individual at the heart of everything. It argues that we, as individuals, are the sole architects of our own reality. Intriguing, isn't it? Existentialism proposes that life, at its core, doesn't have a predefined or universal meaning. It's not about a grand design or a divine plan. Instead, it's about the meanings we assign to our lives, the values we uphold, and the choices we make. It's about the roads we choose to traverse, and the experiences we gather along the way. This perspective on reality is deeply intertwined with the notion of freedom. Not just the freedom to choose, but the freedom to create. It's about the liberty to carve our own path, to define our essence through our existence. In essence, existentialism asserts that existence precedes essence. We exist first, and then it's up to us to add meaning and essence to that existence. But with this freedom to shape our reality comes responsibility. A responsibility towards ourselves, our actions, and their consequences. This can often feel overwhelming, leading to feelings of angst, dread, or existential anxiety. But existentialism views these feelings not as a pitfall, but as a catalyst for personal growth. They are reminders of our freedom, our ability to shape our reality, and our responsibility to do so consciously. So, in the existential perspective, reality is not a static external entity that we passively experience. Instead, it's a dynamic, ever-changing construct that we actively create and shape through our actions, choices, and experiences. It's about understanding that the power to define reality lies within us, and that we have the freedom to shape it in a way that aligns with our values, desires, and aspirations. In existentialism, you are the author of your own reality. So, what is reality? Throughout this video, we've explored different philosophical perspectives, each offering its own unique interpretation. The materialistic perspective views reality as purely physical, tangible, and observable. The idealistic perspective, on the other hand, argues that reality exists fundamentally in the mind, a product of our thoughts and perceptions. Then we delved into the dualistic perspective, which merges these two views, acknowledging both the physical and the mental as integral parts of reality. And finally, we considered the existential perspective, which posits that reality is subjective, shaped by our individual experiences and interpretations. These perspectives invite us to question, to ponder, and to reflect on our own understanding of what's real. They remind us that our perception of reality can be as diverse and varied as we are. At the end of the day, the nature of reality may well be a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. Whatever your perspective may be, remember, your reality is ultimately what you make of it. As Bruce H. Lipton puts it, your perspective is always limited by how much you know. Expand your knowledge and you will transform your mind. Join on this journey of discovery and understanding. Subscribe for more content like this and be part of the movement.